Okay, for the first game, white plays the move e4, classic of course, g6, I think to free and cat or king agent defense, I think so. Okay, knight to c3 is also good. This pawn have to be protected. And white is just taking the center with f4, knight to f3, castle, bishop protecting the pawn. Yeah, kicking the bishop is the move you have to play. Bishop takes knight for what? I don't know. Why you take the knight with your bishop? That doesn't make sense. Knight attack the alone pawn. Knight bishop protecting and now wants to open the center with e5. Let's just so oh he takes with the d pawn, not even the f pawn opening up this file. He takes with the d pawn. D take e5. Yeah, of course, D take e5. And now he pushed the pawn to f5, not even taking, because after take, knight take, and now it's a fall between a queen and a bishop, and you lose this light square bishop. But doesn't happen in the game. Pawn takes f5, but your king is now open. We can create some counterplay. Queen take, not even taking with the pawn. Queen take pawn. Knight attacks the queen, queen go back, knight to e8, castle, and queen just going, queen is going, queen is reached its place, queen to h4. Look how this queen move. Queen take f3, right? Then queen take f5, and then queen to g3, g4, and then h5. Look at this queen maneuver. What is it? Queen to e8 protecting the pawn. A bishop takes the knight, pawn take, and now he play the move rook to f6. So we have to identify this move. It is a brilliant or a blunder move. For me, I think it is. I don't know what is the follow-up. So the idea is bishop take rook, and then what? Oh, you play this. Oh, e5 because the bishop can't move. Checkmate. You cannot move this. Checkmate. If rook move, checkmate. Knight move, checkmate. So there is nothing black can do, and it is mate in one. So for me, I think it is a brilliant because you bishop can't take the rook. So it is a brilliant move. Let's see the game. Who played this? Okay, so this is a game between Bobby Fischer and Belbenko, and Bobby Fischer gets a brilliant move. Yeah, this is a brilliant. Yeah, of course you cannot take this rook because it is just checkmate. Oh, the next move, knight to e2 is also brilliant because your rook is just hanging. Your rook is hanging, and it is also considered as a brilliant. Okay, it is what it is. Let's go to the next game. Today, we are looking at the move that stunned the chess world. But the real question is, was it a stroke of genius or total disaster? Welcome to Brilliant or Blunder episode 1. Okay, white started the game with f4. It is a bird opening d5. Dutch variation, of course. Knight to f3, c5, e3. Bishop in the knight, bishop and pin. And now e6. I think he just want to develop the dark square bishop. Queen to c7 is not what I understand. Okay, so bishop attacks this pawn, so you cannot develop this bishop. F6 just to prevent that. And now what is this? Bishop take bishop. Oh no. No. Knight to h6 just in the corner. And rook comes to the c1. Bishop take. And what are you going to take with? Oh, he takes with the knight. Oh yeah, of course, why not? I think probably, yep, queen to d7. Queen comes to the e2. Knight to c6. Pawn takes pawn. Pawn take pawn. Knight is not hanging, by the way, just protecting by the queen. Offering another pawn trade, it doesn't trade, and now he just pushed the pawn to e5. Kicking the knight, going back, pawn to b5, and this knight is feeling very uncomfortable. a4, yeah, b4 of course, and knight is just, okay, what is this? Knight to d1, and what? King to b7, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, bishop take it, forking the two rooks, but you have this move just to attack the queen, and I think knight to e3, doesn't this work or what? I don't know. Oh, your rook hanging, okay. And queen to d3, knight g4, you can trade the knights, but you trades the knight, it's mate, rook protects the mate, and queen go back? Why? Just to protect the pawn? I think so. Knight to e5, knight takes knight, bishop take, and now Rook c8. Okay, what is... Okay, pushing the pawn. Double up the rooks. Okay. Check. King move into the forward. And bishop to c7. What? Bishop to c7? Okay. Okay. Do you understand the move? Bishop to e7. What is this move? Bishop to e7. I don't see any future. Like, this bishop is hanging two ways with the queen and the rook. What if rook takes? What is the follow-up? Did you sacrifice the rook? Rook take pawn? Rook take? Rook take or what? I don't even know. Like, just take this and then what? What is the follow-up? I don't know. Oh, you go here? Attacking the bishop? But still you get the bishop. But black have the extra rook. He's going to win the game. What is the follow-up? So if rook take, I don't see anything. Or if queen take, now you trade, but you get the queen, of course. Of course, you get the queen. And then I think you play this. No, that is not even a check. I think it's a blunder. Bishop to c7. I don't find a follow-up. Where is the follow-up, right? It is a blunder or what? Let's see. Analyze the game. Okay, the game is between Saber, Trawash, and Maruti. I never heard their name, but let's just go into literally the move we have to see, and that is, yes, knight to c3 is a good move. This is, where is the move of I want? Bishop to c7 is a brilliant move, and the idea is, let's see what is okay. Oh, what? What is this? This is a follow-up. You sacrifice the queen? You sacrifice the queen, but for why? Because if rook take queen, rook take pawn, checkmate or what? Oh, it's checkmate. Okay, okay. Yeah. It's a checkmate. And if queen to b7 is never in my radar. And if you take this, the same problem, it's mate. Okay, it is just out of my radar, bro. That is not a human move. Bishop to c7. Last game was horrible. Let's see this one. e4. White play the e4, e5. Oh. We have the king's gambit. Pawn takes pawn. Accepted, of course. And knight attacks the pawn. Pawn attack the knight. Knight move to protect the pawn. And bishop to e2. Protect the center. Bishop e2. I don't know. Uh, yes, this g6, free and get to the bishop, and not even castling first, and now he castled. Knight to e1, going back, the knight is hanging, pawn take pawn, he takes the knight first because it's going to ruin the black king's structure, and now pawn take queen, knight take, bro, are we heading toward an endgame or what? Knight to c6, bishop take pawn, protecting the pawn, but it's not protected because anything can take. Knight attack the bishop, bishop move. Okay. Knight to f3 is just protecting, and rook to fe8. Knight attack the bishop, bishop move, and knight to d5. Bishop take pawn, and he throw the move. Knight takes c7, forking the rook. Bishop take knight, bishop take bishop, and now rook a c8, attacking the bishop, bishop go back. Knight to d4. Oh, taking the knight and play the move h4, threatening to take, but your knight is not hanging because protected by the rook. He played the bishop to d6, yeah. And now where the move is knight to d4. Okay, so this is the move we have to find. It is a brilliant move or not. So the knight is hanging, by the way, complete hanging, and now pawn take knight is a move. So I think the idea behind this is check or what, but doesn't he go back or what? And I think he just want to double up, but like, yeah, you double up, but even though you get like this structure, let's say white play anything, you check, you go here, you doesn't take this one because that's protected by the bishop. By the way, you have to move the knight because now in this variation knight is hanging. So let's just suppose after rook to e2, we have to place this move, and now it is more stronger because after this pawn is protected by a knight and a bishop. Are you going to win? And I don't see any in mate in 3. So I think so. According to me, guys, according to me, knight to d4 is just a blunder, not a brilliant. It is a blunder. Let's see the game review what say. Oh, it is a game between Mikhail Trigon, Wilmsens, and the game review says this move is a, what is this? Bishop to d6, knight to... Yeah, of course, it's a blunder. Yeah, look at this. I know, guys. It is a blunder, clear blunder, because there is no follow-up. Yeah, they leave the knight without defender. The game for today's episode, and it is e4, c5, Sicilian defense, and it is, I think so, yeah, open variation, knight f6, knight to c3, protecting the pawn, and fianchetto the bishop. Now we are in dragon variation, uh, and I think castling the king, yeah, castle the king, bishop to c4, knight going back to d7, pawn to h4 is just high level stuff, and I think he just want to create some attack on the king side and threatening the bishop, not even taking care of the bishop. Knight attack the king, the queen, and the bishop. Queen move, taking the bishop. What is this? He take the dark square bishop, light square bishop. So it is what the knight versus a bishop, of course. Bishop to d7 and long castle. This pawn is still hanging, not hanging, but the idea is just to open up the king. E6, pawn to f4, queen, pin the knight to the queen, not giving a shit. Pawn to f4, pawn takes pawn. King to h8, why king h8? I don't know. H, rook hf1, I think for this pawn only. Bishop take knight, rook take, and he pushed the pawn to e5. Queen to h6. Doesn't this rook is hanging with the pawn and the queen? This rook is hanging by two ways, literally. And what he choose? Oh, I see the idea. The idea is if we go this, we push the pawn and mate. So maybe this is a brilliant move. Let's see what happened in the game. Queen takes d4, queen check, king move, knight to d5. If you take pawn to this, and it is just unstoppable checkmate, but queen take pawn is a move, then it's stopping the checkmate. I don't know. Let's see what happened in the game. Rook fe8, protecting this check, by the way. And now queen g5 check, king move, pawn to h6, pawn to e4, stopping the checkmate. And if knight check, not knight can't check, by the way, because king is not on g8, pawn to f6, blocking the diagonal, and also open up this to save the knight. Rook attack the queen, and queen g7. Okay, and I can give the guarantee this move is 100% brilliant. This move is 100% brilliant, because if it isn't, it is not, I don't know what it is. I think the idea is just simple. Rook take queen, pawn take rook, king move to g8, and now knight that just waiting, 97 checkmate. Yeah, that's working because, yep, let's see the game, who play this game. A brilliant, brilliant move. Okay, it is a Mikhail Tal versus Robert Forwich. So of course, Mikhail Tal is going to play the brilliant move. Let's see. Yeah, queen takes g7 is just a brilliant move. After rook take. Oh, the same variation I just showed you. Yeah, that's the same variation. And the king get checkmated. Have no escape square. Oh, it is good. I hope you liked the video. If you like this new concept, please hit on the subscribe button. I'm going to meet you in the next video. Until then, goodbye. GG.